We cover what happened that day. 4 agents who guarded the president testified that JFK ordered the 2 men riding on the rear of his car.
What if some of the most perplexing mysteries of history have never been solved? From a mysterious woman at the scene of JFK's assassination to an unexplained UFO encounter in Canada, these baffling events continue to fuel our curiosity. From strange disappearances to bizarre phenomena that seem to defy logic, these stories have captivated audiences for decades. We have compiled a list of some of the most baffling and unsolved mysteries that have left experts and everyday people alike scratching their heads for years. In just a moment, we will walk you through a series of mysterious events that still leave us with more questions than answers.
From cyberspace to outer space, the number of UFO sightings in Canada is soaring tenfold over the past 25 years.
Join us as we uncover the greatest unsolved mysteries that still leave us questioning everything we think we know. The assassination of John F. Kennedy in 1963 left a lasting impact on the world, with various events and incidents leading to the discovery of mysterious objects and phenomena. One such event was the assassination of Lady Babushka, a Russian woman who remained at the scene while others ran in panic. Her presence became one of the mysteries surrounding the case, with some suggesting she might have had information about the shooter, Lee Harvey Oswald. In 1971, a Boeing 727 landed in Seattle after being hijacked by a man named D.B. Cooper, who demanded $200,000 in parachutes during the flight. Cooper's real name was never discovered, but the FBI concluded that he had experience in aviation and parachuting and extensive technical knowledge of the Boeing 727. In 1967, Stepan Malak suffered strange burns on his chest and stomach, which formed a grid-like pattern similar to what he described seeing on a mysterious craft. He claimed he was struck by a burst of heat while approaching the object in a clearing at Falcon Lake, Canada. A piece of radioactive metal was recovered from the site of the incident in 1968, showing unusual levels of radiation. The USS Cyclops, a U.S. Navy coal transport ship, mysteriously disappeared in March 1918 with 306 crew members aboard while sailing through the Bermuda Triangle. No wreckage was ever found and no distress signal was sent. To this day, it remains the largest non-combat loss of life in U.S. Navy history. Investigators examined the tent at Dyatlov Pass in the Ural Mountains, Russia, where 9 hikers mysteriously died in 1959. The bodies showed unexplained injuries, including fractures and radiation. Theories range from secret military tests to encounters with unknown creatures. Michael Mayan and James Courtney were sailors aboard the SS Watertown in 1924, and a gas leak caused their deaths. They were cast into the sea while the crew continued the voyage, and their faces appeared on the ocean's surface. Captain Keith Tracy ordered them to be photographed, leaving the question open. Was it simply an illusion or something beyond rational explanation? A California couple made a surprising discovery in rusty cans, over 1,400 gold coins from the 19th century. The find, the Saddle Ridge Hoard, is one of the largest in the United States. Jesse James, the infamous outlaw of the Old West, is linked to the mystery, with theories suggesting he hid the gold to fund a second civil war or belonged to a collector. The Miracle of the Sun, which occurred on October 13, 1917, during the apparitions of Our Lady of Fatima in Portugal, has no definitive scientific explanation. The 1642 engraving depicts people affected by the mysterious dancing plague that struck Strasbourg, France in 1518, with over 400 people dancing uncontrollably without explanation. The disappearance of the Anjikuni people is one of the greatest mysteries of the Arctic. In 1930, Canadian trapper Joe Lale arrived at the Inuit village on the shores of Anjikuni Lake and found no inhabitants. The merchant ship Jada was found adrift in the South Pacific in 1955, leaving no survivors. This remains one of maritime history's greatest mysteries. A Type 41 photo of a man with modern clothing, sunglasses, and a portable camera has fueled debates, but experts point out that his clothes and accessories existed then. Thomas Marshall, James Duckett, and Donald MacArthur were 3 lighthouse keepers stationed at the remote Flannan Isles off the coast of Scotland in December 1900. They vanished without a trace, and when the rescue team arrived, they found the door locked, the table set for a meal, and the clock stopped. Reports mention storms, but the true cause of their disappearance remains unknown. Eloise Byrne and her lovers Robert Philipson and Rudolf Lauren vanished on Floriana Island, Galapagos, in 1930. Shortly after, she and Philipson disappeared without a trace. Lauren fled with a fisherman but died at sea and was found mummified on a nearby island. The case of an unidentified man found dead on Somerton Beach, Australia, in 1948 remains unexplained. Bermuda appeared on maps for centuries as an island north of the Yucatan Peninsula, but nothing was found when searched for in the 20th century. Interest grew when it was realized that its existence would affect rights over oil reserves in the Gulf of Mexico. Expeditions found no trace of the island, and to this day, no one has been able to prove whether it ever existed. In 1973, Ed Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker claimed to have been abducted by aliens while fishing. They described 3 beings with claw-like hands that took them aboard a spacecraft for examinations. After the incident, they reported the event to the police and underwent tests that indicated genuine stress, making their case one of the most intriguing in ufology. The Kentucky meat shower, which occurred in 1876, is one of the most bizarre events ever recorded. Tests suggested they were lung and muscle tissues, but the phenomenon's origin remains unknown. In 2011, Swedish divers discovered a 230-foot-wide circular formation on the bottom of the Baltic Sea, sparking speculation about an alien craft or an ancient artifact. Electronic equipment failed near the site, adding to the mystery. The Amityville poltergeist photo, taken in 1976, captured the image of a boy with glowing eyes on the upper floor of his house. Many believe it to be the spirit of John Matthew DeFeo, one of the victims of the 1974 murders in the house. Flight 19 was a formation of 5 U.S. Navy Grumman TBF Avenger planes that disappeared during a training exercise off the coast of Florida on December 5, 1945. The Tunguska event, which occurred on June 30, 1908, was an explosion over Siberia that flattened 80 million trees across 770 square miles. The famous photograph of the Tulip Staircase, located in the Queen's House of the National Maritime Museum in Greenwich, England, taken in 1966 by Reverend Ralph Hardy, appears to show a spectral figure gripping the handrail, making it one of the most famous ghostly photographs ever recorded. In 1963, Reverend K.F. Lord captured a hooded figure beside the altar in Newby Church in North Yorkshire, raising many questions. Experts examined the photo and found no evidence of tampering, further deepening the mystery surrounding the location. Oumuamua was the first interstellar object detected passing through the solar system in 2017. It had an unusual elongated shape and left no trace of gas or dust. Its unexpected acceleration without explanation led to speculation about its origin, ranging from a fragment of an exoplanet to the possibility of it being an alien probe. This 1950 photo shows 5 circular objects in the sky, sparking theories about flying saucers. Witnesses claim the objects moved in formation and vanished suddenly. Some believed they were UFOs, while others suggested weather balloons or photographic anomalies. Amelia Earhart disappeared in 1937 during an attempt to fly around the world. Her last communication indicated difficulties locating Howland Island in the Pacific. Despite numerous searches, no confirmed trace of the pilot or her aircraft was found. The last photograph of George Mallory and Andrew Irvine was taken on June 6, 1924, on Mount Everest's North Slope. The mystery of their achievement remains unresolved. The famous ghostly image, the Brown Lady, was captured in 1936 on the Raynham Hall, England staircase. The spectral figure appears to be descending the steps, shrouded in a misty veil, fueling legends of hauntings at the location and intriguing researchers to this day. William Wallace, after his appeal hearing, which overturned his conviction for the murder of his wife, Julia Wallace, in Liverpool in 1931, received an anonymous message instructing him to go to a non-existent address. When he returned home, he found Julia dead. Jerome, the legless man of Bay Sainte Marie, was found in 1863 by fishermen off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada. He did not speak and communicated only through gestures, never revealing his identity. The Hollandwell Showground incident, which occurred on July 13, 1980, involved the mass fainting of hundreds of children during an event in Derbyshire, England. The cause of the fainting was never explained, leading to various theories including gas poisoning, mass hysteria, and even radiation. In 1920, Swiss geologist François Delois captured an image in the Venezuelan jungle showing a primate of unusual size and upright posture resting on a crate. While reviewing data from the Big Ear radio telescope in 1907, astronomer Jerry R. Eman circled an anomalous sequence and wrote "Wow" beside it. The Festos disk remains an undeciphered mystery, made of clay during the Bronze Age, found on the island of Crete in 1908. Harold Edward Holt, the 17th Prime Minister of Australia, disappeared in 1967. His body was never found, fueling conspiracy theories, including claims that he fled with the help of a Chinese submarine or was the target of a secret operation. Several famous images have been captured over time in the field of ufology. The first was taken by farmer Paul Trent in 1950, who claimed to see a flying saucer hovering in the sky before disappearing. This photo quickly became one of the most famous in ufology, but experts could never prove it was a hoax. The second image was taken by Guy B. Marquand Jr. in 1951, who claimed the object in the sky was a flying saucer. The third image was taken in 1967, and the fourth by Rex Heflin in 1965. The photos divided experts, some believing in their authenticity and others suspecting a hoax. The Opportunity rover recorded the strange spherical formations on the Martian surface in 2004, nicknamed Martian blueberries. In 2012, the rover captured an even more intriguing image showing larger and more abundant spheres. Scientists believe they are composed of hematite, a mineral associated with water, but their true origin remains a mystery. In December 2021, Taiwanese researcher Scott Waring identified an unusual formation in an image of the Martian surface, suggesting the structure resembled a crashed UFO. Scientists argue it is likely just a landslide caused by natural processes, but the discovery still fuels speculation. The Hadean lights are a mysterious phenomenon observed in Helland Valley, Norway, since the 1930s. They appear in various colors, floating in the sky or moving quickly before vanishing. Scientists have recorded and analyzed the lights, but their origin remains uncertain. Theories range from ionized gases to geological activity and even unknown technology. The Phoenix Lights, one of the most famous UFO sightings in the United States, occurred on March 13, 1997, when thousands of people in Arizona reported seeing a massive V-shaped formation crossing the sky. The government claimed they were military flares, but many still believe it was something extraterrestrial. The oval-shaped Winnipesaukee stone, discovered in the 19th century near Lake Winnipesaukee, New Hampshire, continues to puzzle researchers. Some theories suggest it could be a Native American artifact, a commemorative marker, or something even older and unknown. The Nazca lines in Peru are massive geoglyphs created over 2,000 years ago by the Nazca civilization. They depict animals, plants, and geometric shapes, some spanning hundreds of feet. Some theories suggest they were created for communication with extraterrestrials or as landing strips for alien crafts. A massive creature rested beneath the shallow waters of Stonehaven Bay, Hook Island, Australia, recorded by French filmmaker and photographer Robert Lurk and his wife during an exploration in 1964. The creature began to move, startling the couple, who retreated to their boat. The creature swam away and was never seen again. The Sator Square is a riddle that has intrigued scholars for over 150 years. The Latin palindrome found in ancient Roman ruins contains 5 words: Sator, Arepo, Tenet, Opera, and Rotus, which can be read in multiple directions. The Phobos monolith was discovered by the Mars Global Surveyor in 1998, and its origin remains uncertain. Thanks for watching this video. We appreciate you spending your valuable time with me. Stick around, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more mind-bending mysteries coming your way.